Hello guys, good evening. Today I'm back. This is me, I'm Dr. Jayanti Ghosh. I'm back with another subject which is a very crucial subject for NEET PG MDS. Today's subject is oral pathology and oral medicine, that is also known as OPOM in short form. In case of OPOM, the questions they appear in the weightage of the paper is 20 to 22 of questions out of the 240 number of questions are from OPOM. This subject is having the highest weightage. Each topic, so people ask how much time you should give to each topic. 4 to 5 hours is the time which you should give to each topic, and for MCQs you need 8 to 10 hours. And 5 to 10 times revision is necessary for this subject. So now we go on to the topics which are selective topic, and you have to give them a necessary reading in order to gain good marks. If you think you want to gain good marks in NEET PG, then memorizing and studying OPOM in smart way is the only way to tackle this. So the important topics in this subject is, you go on to developmental anomalies, and in brief I'm telling you the important topics, that is developmental anomalies, vesiculobullous lesions, their mechanism, protein involved, synopsis from dental pulse, that is must. You must read them and also correlate them with the book of Schaeffer's. The book which you have to refer is, this is the book of Schaeffer's, and this is necessary. It's a very important and a very good book. Then the questions also come from benign and malignant tumors, cysts, and your salivary glands. In developmental disturbances and if I tell you in brief the endodontic related topics in OPOM, they are your dental caries, pulp and periapical infections, physical and chemical injuries, diseases of the bones and joints, bacterial infections, viral infections, mycotic infections, oral aspect of metabolic lesions. So the various infections are applied aspects of microbiology and general medicine. So now we come to specific chapters in detail. In case of developmental disturbances, we have to remember the shape, number, amelogenesis imperfecta, dentinogenesis imperfecta, dentine dysplasia, radiographic appearance, ghost teeth, the regional odontodysplasia, why it is known as ghost teeth, histopathological and radiographic appearance. Then we come to tongue. In tongue, you have also studied this chapter in your third year, as well as I have discussed about tongue in general anatomy, about its embryology, and in physiology also. It's a very important topic, tongue. In tongue, you should know about the atrophy, hypertrophy, syndromes associated with tongue. In jaw, developmental disturbances of the jaw, you must know about the cyst, mid-palatine cyst, nasoalveolar cyst. Then coming to the next chapter, that is benign and malignant tumors. In this, you need to know about the precancerous lesions and conditions, basal cell carcinoma, that is under sunlight, your squamous cell carcinoma caused due to the various factors, irritational factors, the hygiene habits, what are leading to the carcinoma, the staging, TNM staging, tumor metastasis and tumor nodal metastasis staging of squamous cell carcinoma is very important. Histopathology, then how to treat it, which all drugs, steroids to be given for the treatment, varicose carcinoma, hemangioma, Kaposi's carcinoma, melanoma, Nevi, rhabdomyosarcoma, the histopathological appearance, then Burkitt's lymphoma, diseases. Next we come to the chapter that is diseases of salivary glands. In this chapter, you need to know about mucocele ranula, their clinical appearance, in what age prevalent it is there, the complications, how to remove it, Mikulic's disease and Sjogren's syndrome, pleomorphic adenoma is very very important, Warthin's tumor, cylindroma, your oncocytic adenoma. We come to the next chapter, dental caries, where theories of dental caries, etiology of dental caries, Stephen's curve, classification, histopathological zones of dentine, enamel, physical and chemical properties is important. Next, coming to the chapter that is diseases of bones and joints, in that your osteogenesis imperfecta, osteopetrosis is important. You must write it down that this is a very much important chapter. Osteopetrosis, Paget's disease, the appearance of an individual in Paget's disease, the bone for morphology, fibrous dysplasia, cleidocranial dysplasia, then your osteosarcoma, osteoporosis, cherubism, what is the appearance in cherubism, clinical features is very important. Next, we come to the next important chapters, that is your diseases of nerves and muscles. In this, you need to know about trigeminal nerve, glossopharyngeal neuralgia, trigeminal neuralgia, Bell's palsy, diseases of muscular or craniofacial region, skin and vesiculobullous lesions. This is a very 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 important chapter, 5-star important chapter, where you need to know about the skin lesions, ectodermal dysplasia, clinical appearance, prevalence, features, treatment, diagnosis, histopathological appearance, lichen planus, very important, ectodermal dysplasia, erythema multiforme. Erythema multiforme was one of the favorite questions in my final year examinations. It was most commonly asked. Classification of psoriasis, appearance, what is the prevalence in India, United States. You can also study it from Burkitt's Oral Medicine, the chapter. Bacterial diseases, your sinus, botryomycosis, sarcoidosis, syphilis, actinomycosis, leprosy, viral infections such as herpes simplex virus, herpes zoster virus, Coxsackie virus, paramyxovirus, aphthous ulcers. In mycotic infections, you need to know about candidiasis, histoplasmosis, mucormycosis, phycomycosis. What are they involving? Which microorganism? Direct questions from AIIMS are asked from these kind of mycotic infections. Oral aspects of metabolic disorders. In this, your vitamin D deficiency, hyperparathyroidism, hypoparathyroidism, your Hanschüler-Christian's disease, hypoplasia, amyloidosis, pigmentation, diseases of blood, hemophilia, von Willebrand's disease, which I have also discussed in general medicine. You can go through it. Then your types of anemia, aplastic anemia, thrombocytopenic purpura, leukemia. Then questions may be like, which is the most common supernumerary teeth? Mesiodens. Where is its location between central incisors? Difference between natal and neonatal teeth. Questions are also asked from the involving topics, that is your cystic tumor, salivary glands, and for that you must refer your Burkitt's Oral Medicine. Some questions which I have jotted it down, I would like to discuss that with you guys. That is your questions involving neonatal teeth, the definition of neonatal teeth, natal teeth. For example, neonatal teeth is defined as the teeth that is appearing in oral cavity within 30 days of birth. Then a mother comes to office. This is a case with a son who has a yellow spot on newly erupted central incisor. She gives history of trauma to deciduous teeth, 3 years with subsequent infection and recurrent pus drainage. So what is this condition? The condition is Turner's hypoplasia. So you need to know about Turner's hypoplasia, enamel hypoplasia, melanogenesis imperfecta, dentinogenesis imperfecta in details. Then vitamin whose role in tooth development is vitamin E. Streptococci adhere to the oral surfaces and contribute to caries development as they produce oral extracellular mucopolysaccharides. Then your bacteria are normally most populated in which area of teeth? that is proximal area of teeth. A developmental anomaly in which two teeth are joined only by cementum is concrescence. Classification of amelogenesis imperfecta is your ectodermal disturbance. Classical AI is ectodermal disturbance. Developmental cyst is formed by epithelial entrapment between embryonic process of bone and union lines. Then adhesion of plaque to tooth occurs due to production of dextrins. Then a patient with history of tooth extraction a month back reported with swelling in mouth and multiple draining sinuses. At the angle of mouth, the examination reveals yellow sulfur granules. So you can identify what disease it is. It is actinomycosis. The diagnostic feature, yellow sulfur granules. Smokers and pan chewers have increased incidence of oral cancer. Biopsy of the lesion will reveal squamous cell carcinoma. Then another case-related question in a patient, the crown size, root size and shape, eruption pattern is different on right and left side. The diagnosis should be aimed at which of the following. It is atrophy disturbance, so it is hemifacial atrophy. Half of the face is showing atrophy. Then another question, a patient has visible evident retrognathic mandible, that is small size of mandible. So the steep mandibular and short chin, the diagnosis is true mandibular micrognathia, small shape of mandible, small jaws. Reed-Steinberg cell is seen in which condition? Hodgkin's lymphoma. Brown tumor is seen in which condition? Hyperparathyroidism. Internal resorption is seen as what condition? Superimposition of a normal canal anatomy as a radiography. Then hypodontia is seen in all except Papillon-Leverfrey syndrome. So these are the questions which I could gather from OPOM. If you have any doubt, you can write it down in my description box and mail it also. And if you want me to describe any particular chapter, please do tell me. I'll respond it to as quickly as possible. And all the best for your examinations. Thank you guys. Good night.